Welcome to Papa Junk Shop. Working on a mount for this diesel heater so we can mount it in the observatory. And I come up with a piece of sheet metal. It's just a piece I saved out of something. And I've got a pattern drawn on here. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm going to make it about 6 inches off the floor. So this will be the height, and this will be the length, and I've traced this on there so I can punch and drill the holes, and then we'll put it on the brake and fold it up and give her a try. So I'm going to use one of these step drills to drill these bigger holes. I was going to punch them out with like a conduit knockout thing, but I think this will be just as easy. Take me a few minutes, I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, got the holes drilled. Got to deburr them yet, but give her a trial fit here. Okay, looks like she's going to work. So I get that deburred, and I got to drill the holes where it's going to fasten down to the floor. So I'll get those drilled, deburr it, then we got to cut some pieces out here, then we can take it over on the brake and form it. I added 2 more holes when you guys weren't looking. That's going to be for the air intake, and that's going to be for the fuel for it to go through to get underneath the base. So I think I'm going to be able to do 2 of the bends, probably these and these, and the foot that's going to stick out to screw it down I'm probably going to have to do in the vise, because when these are bent down that way I won't be able to get it in there. So go ahead and get these. Of course all my lines are on the back side, just like always. So, but we got these cutouts here, so they're going to serve the area to clamp it down. This wants to be a 90. That metal's almost too heavy for my brake. Because of that lip too, it's going to be a little dicey, but I don't want to go the whole 90 with this one, because I want the base to tip out a little bit. So it's probably going to have a little gap there. That's okay. That don't look too bad. Now we'll take it over and set up some angle iron in the vise and get this last one, which needs to go this way. I just happened to have a couple pieces of angle iron in there from the other project that I was working on that you're going to see later. Get her on the line there. Say this is pretty tough metal. That wants to go so that this top is 90 degrees to that, so it's not going to go all the way over. About right. Do the same to this side. Yeah, I think we got her. Take her over and try her on the heater. Made a trip up to the observatory to look things over, see where I'm going to put it. Got some measurements, and I think I found a spot to mount the fuel tank. And we're going to use the side exit on the fuel tank. We won't be able to use all the fuel that's in the tank, but it'll also make a place for sediment in case we do accidentally get some bad fuel or some dirt in it somehow. And the exhaust, I was going to take a steel plate and mess around, you know, welding a piece on it, and I went over to find some tubing that the exhaust would fit into, and I wound up with a piece of heavy wall 1-inch, and I'm going to use a flange. And I'm going to mount the flange on the floor like that. I'm going to use a hole saw that just clears the holes, so we'll have that much room around that. And then this will screw in there. We got 2x6s, so that'll come down to the bottom of the 2x6s. The exhaust can come down, and then we can turn it from there. So, and it'll be just about under the center, but near the outside edge of the observatory, so there'll be plenty of clearance. So that's the plan. I'm up to the observatory. Show you what my plan is. Fuel tank I thought I'd mount right here. That way it's pretty easy to get at. And I got a stud right here, it lines right up with this. And it's going to sit right on the floor, so there shouldn't be any weight on that screw anyways. It's just going to more or less be to hold it in place. And it's going to be underneath this work table. And the heater, I thought we'd put maybe about right there. I gotta look and see where the beams are underneath here for sure to run the exhaust down through. And then the heat will come out here, just about the middle of this wall. I'll put that T and we'll send a little bit of heat out in the telescope room, and the rest of it will be in here for me. So I'm going to get started on her, show you as I go. Not sure how good you guys are going to be able to see, but this is my guesstimate to where I want to go. I just put this up there and made a mark. So should be in between the studding. This is not the right hole saw. Boy, I almost did it. This is the one for the vents. Good thing you guys are watching and told me that. Alright, here we go. Jeepers.
It's on the ground.
Hole saw come out too, so we're all ready for the next size. That's gonna go like that. A couple screws in it. And we can go ahead and mount the heater on this bracket, I think. Hopefully I can just lower the whole shooting match right down on there. Okay, I just stuck that down through there temporary to make sure everything looks like it was going to be a-okay, and I believe it is. I got the intake filter and the fuel tubing in place on the bottom side. And the fuel tubing, you want to make sure you run it right up so it bumps right up against the metal part sticking out of the heater. And this I'm not going to cut off until I know for sure where it's going to go. So next I can get the exhaust through the floor and clamped. And then it's just a matter of hooking the fuel tank up and some wiring. And then the air outlets. Okay, got the exhaust clamped on there. The plan is to just drop her down through here, I think. There she be. Okay, now I can fasten this down on the floor, and then we can do some plumbing and some wiring. Okay, got her mounted up and plumbed up. Still got the wiring to do. Fuel tank's mounted. Put the filter right off of the fuel tank and mounted the pump. It's supposed to be at like a 35-degree or more angle. And that's what she looks like. So we'll do some wiring and ventilation next. Okay, got the vents in. That's how we're going to give it a try anyways. And then this room comes out down there. The wires were long enough. I got the bracket mounted for the controller. So that's going to go right there. I'm going to run them wires around underneath here and wind up over here where the battery connections are. All the wiring's run, and there was adequate wire. There's a little bit left, so I just tied it up on that brace there with some wire ties. And it's just fastened up underneath this little table that goes around here. And I temporarily got it hooked in here because I'm going to make some changes over here. I'm going to put we got a charger out of a camper, and it was an older one, and it uses too much electric. It wants to charge things too much, and our little generator won't handle it. So I got a smaller one that I'm going to mount in here, and I'm going to put a fuse box in because we were using the breakers that were built into that. So anyways, that's doesn't have anything to do with this, but somebody told me that these little pumps are pretty nice that you get at Harbor Freight, so I'm going to give one a whirl here. Yeah, works pretty slick. So we'll get that tank filled up, and we will get it primed, turn around and see how she's going to work. Okay, just turned her on. And the glow plug's on and the pump just come on. I can hear a little roar. Guess I should put the cap back on. The pump's clicking a little faster. I don't see any leaks. Go outside and look at the muffler. It's right there. Don't feel any warmth there yet. The reason we aren't feeling any heat out that muffler was when I come back in, it had quit. And the reason was that the circuit breaker tripped. So apparently that circuit breaker might only be a 10 amp one or something. I don't know for sure, so I bypassed that and we're hooked in some real power now. So let's try her again. Alright, we got the fan showing, glow plug showing. Because we got lots of juice, we got 12.7 amps, or amps, volts. You can check that over here too. See what this one says. 12.2. Pump just came on. Okay, I can hear a little roar. Not sure we're going to have to do something with that pump or not, that clicking. Of course, it's not like we're going to be sleeping or something here, so. Now let's go back outside and look. Oh yeah, you feel a little warmth there. Don't see any smoke though. Little plug still on. Of course, today's the warmest day we've had in a long time. I think it was 46. Got rid of the snow anyways. Okay, you can hear she's winding up. There's some heat there. Got 3 bars so far. And the glow plug is off. 4th bar just come on. I think I've got it set on 2 pulses. If I just touch that, it'll brighten up again. Set for 15C. I'm not sure what that is. I'm a Fahrenheit guy. Okay, I'm gonna let it run a little bit, get the door shut, and watch that temperature. Well, had to go down and get the charger for the camera. Couldn't get a couple more minutes out of it, you know. So, I got all the tools hauled back down. Didn't clean up yet, but I think we had a successful install, and I think it's going to work out just perfect. Because this is where I usually sit. Aaron's out in the other room. Now this can really be the warm room, like it's called. I don't know, it's been running for what, 15 minutes or something. We're at 21. I got it on the lows, it'll go. So, I'll let you know how it does when it's cold. The sun has gone down and it's considerably chillier outside than it was when I started this. I'm glad it was nice out today because it worked out nicely, because I could have the door open and work and not have to battle with the wind and the snow. So I think I'm going to shut her down and call her a day. If you liked it, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.